Hey, how you doing out there? Dave Hill, teaching you about rhythm guitar. I hope you've been studying hard and you've been getting a lot out of this. Please tell your friends, tell all your buddies and all your guys and gal friends that play guitar about the course so that they can learn too. All right, so we've been talking about a variety of chords in the last few lessons, major sixth chords and dominant ninth chords. I want to make sure that you've been keeping up on all these voicings before we continue with the next lesson here. So let's just review a little bit, work out a little bit on the last dominant ninth chords, and I'm going to introduce a few more, because I know that it's always good to have a variety of chord voicings that you can string together when you're coming up with guitar parts. Okay? So we learned, last lesson we learned the dominant ninth that looks like this, right? And we learned another one that looks like this. These two right here. Okay? Now remember, it's a dominant ninth because it's a root, third, fifth, flat seven, and a ninth. Not in that particular order, but if you have those notes in the structure of the chord, it's said to be a dominant ninth. Okay? But there's other ways to voice a dominant ninth, and I'm going to show you a few more. So for example, this voicing right here, you'll notice I'm playing right here. This is a dominant ninth as well. Now notice it doesn't have a root on the bottom right here. That doesn't mean it's not a dominant ninth. It's just that it's not available in this voicing. It's a little bit more suited for the high end of the guitar. Sounds good like that, doesn't it? Sometimes you don't always want it to have a lot of low end. So this is perfect when you want that real choppy kind of sound on the top. Now you'll notice too that I'm being careful to mute the bottom strings with my thumb so I don't have that effect, because nothing's going to sound worse than hitting the open strings. So on top of that, I'm very careful about where I'm hitting the strings on my guitar neck, or on this across the body here. I'm only focused on hitting the top four strings. Okay, so that's about right hand technique there. I don't even have to worry about muting, even though I am muting. I'm not even hitting the bottom strings. That's because I'm very precise about where my pick comes in. Okay, that's important to learn how to do that. Okay, well, let's take another voicing look here at the next shape. Okay, very similar in the sense that there's 3 of the 4 notes are in the same spot. Right? In this chord, there's a flat 7, a ninth, a fifth, and a root. But in this other shape, I'm going to show you, it's a flat 7, the ninth, but now I have a third in it. Okay, so that's just the difference. The third is implied in this chord even though it's not there. And in this case, I play it, and the fifth is implied. Okay, remember that not every voicing you play is going to have all the notes, root, third, fifth, seventh, ninth, because you only have 6 strings and you have to spread the notes out so they're playable. So in this case, no fifth, but that's okay. This is a little bit more bright with the major third in there. So this one's a nice. If you like the sound of that major sound in the bottom, if you want the fifth in the middle of the chord, you use that one. Sometimes you might use them together. You might. Right? Or maybe you use you might use the ninth like this on the bottom and this ninth on the top. Or the slide associated with the ninth chords are really great for creating more melodic variety, right? I'm just basically playing one chord, but I'm just sliding into the chords to make it sound more interesting. So that's what you try to do. Okay? So you can also do that with the sixth as well. So you could slide into the sixth. Okay? You can even take the ninth chord that we learned here last week, or last lesson, and slide this top part you probably can't tell from looking at it right here, but I'm not playing the whole slide. I'm only sliding the top 3 notes, right? Because these notes won't sound good sliding into them. So I'll just play this. I'll go. It's like I'm sliding, and then I grip the bottom. So. You also will notice how relaxed my right hand is when I'm playing these chords. When we were playing in the last lesson, I was doing a shuffle style, so I was using a triplet feel in my right hand. Now I'm playing with a little bit more of a funk attitude, so I'm subdividing into 16th notes, which is this thing, right? 1 E and a 2 E and 3. Okay, so that means I want to keep that right hand loose because I don't want to wear out by over stressing my right hand. So. Sometimes practice stuff like this over dead strings to get your right hand really loose. And try different accents, right? You can accent the downbeat, the second 16th, the third 16th, which is going to look like a downstroke. Or the last 16th, which would be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and. So those are right hand exercises that you want to practice to get your coordination and your skill at playing good funk rhythm guitar. Okay, so